Lovebird woke, splayed out on the couch inside the two-leg nest. It was a bit after dawn. Time for her to get on her paws. She stood, stretching. They slid out of the door, taking in the fresh scent of the morning before picking up the pace towards ThunderClan. Oh, I see. Good timing. Jefferson glanced over to the deputy with a grin. Really? We might need more. I'll just call for patrols. No, it's okay. I can handle... Oh, okay. Lovebird's whiskers twitched. Where can I help? They mewed through their heavy breaths, winded. Flock shot the Daylight Warrior to his left a glance, a look up and down. He hummed. Was the walk difficult? Just long. She glanced over. Lucky we aren't RiverClan. The medicine cat's ears perked up, blinking a few times before answering. Oh, Lovebird! Good to see you! I needed some help gathering herbs since I cleaned out the entirety of the medicine den. I wouldn't step a pot anywhere near RiverClan, she hummed. Oh, okay, I can do that. Barkpaw would look towards the she-cat. I bet you see so many cool things on your journey. He would light up, excited at the thought of it. Flox adjusted on his paws, shoulders squaring. Love would give a soft smile to the young cat. Barkpaw, control yourself! A low sneer rumbled in his throat. Jefferson shrugged. I'll let you handle those patrols, he mused for his fathom pool. Oh, sorry, Lovebird. His smile dropped as he looked over to the she-cat with guilt. May all cats old enough to catch their own prey gather around for patrols, he yowled, patiently waiting for them to come. You three are dismissed, he added to the already organized herb patrol. A pause. Was he included in the herb patrol? Oh, Starklin saying so. Herbs! Okay, I got this, he said, a little more excitedly, heading towards the entrance. I won't be very good at finding the herbs, she admitted easily, but I can carry them. Herbs, he gulped, looking around the large forest. I have to do this to prove myself. Slow down a bit, I mumbled. Can't run as fast as I used to, he huffed, shaking his forepaw. How old are you? He tilted his head in curiosity, clearly having no form of manners. Old enough to have back problems. Let's go. He patted forward, a bit offended. Oh. Time. I knew my senses were still sharp. Lovebird gave a wary look to the river, picking the leaves off from the stem. He makes an aggressive sniff, just to double check. Yep, that's time. I got Sham, he would say while holding it in his mouth, looking towards the other two. Cool, let's get back, he mused, muffled. It smells like fish here. Yuck. He shuddered in disgust, following the cats. Lovebird let out a squeak sound, pausing suddenly. They dropped the time as their body tensed, a pain in their side. Jefferson blinked, tilted his head. Hey, you alright? She shook out her fur, stepping back a bit. She cleared her throat. Yeah, just a cramp, she mumbled, stepping back to pick up the dropped herb. Barkpaw would turn quickly, a look of concern flashing across their face as they glanced towards the she-cat. I'm good, she huffed. Just let me know if it gets worse, he hums. Darn, you really don't have any herbs. You really did clean everything out. They blinked. A bit of progress. Just a little, he shrugs. Barkpaw, thanks for helping. You might want to check with the deputy for any apprentice stuff. Barkpaw placed the time onto the shelf carefully, looking between the two warriors. This looks like Leafbear's stock, he'd grimaced before patting off. She stifled a chuckle. He glanced back at Lovebird, disregarding the snarky comment. Hey, Lovebird, Jefferson began. You know you can't keep hiding or neglecting that pain you're feeling, he adds, his whiskers twitching. She squinted. It's not an issue yet. I'm still fine to serve as a daylight warrior. I made that promise to myself that I would until I'm unable to leave my nest. Okay, but don't overestimate your body. If you push yourself too much, it won't be good for you. I know. I know. Lovebird knew what he was hinting at, but she wasn't ready to confine herself to the nursery. Not yet. Jefferson then nodded. All right. He let out a long stretch, sighing. I'll let you be. Thanks for the help, Lovebird. Always. She let out a trill as she stood. Okay. The bald cat trotted over to the feline. Ah, Lovebird, there you are. Barkpaw informed me you were not feeling well. I suggest you head home to rest. We do not need you pushing yourself. Lovebird's mood dropped as Boulderstar spoke. Usually his words were kind, but Lovebird couldn't help but feel judged. I promise I'm fine. I just had to stop for a moment. Still, we can't have you getting ill or injured. We'd rather just have you head back for the day. He just wanted aid, even if a cat refused to rest. She frowned. But I just got here, she mumbled, growing quiet. She wasn't one to argue. I know, but we'll see you tomorrow. You can provide more in tip-top shape. Yeah. Okay, I'll see you then, Boulderstar. I better get to join a patrol, though. I'll make sure Fathompool does. He chuckled. Safe travels, Lovebird. She dipped her head, giving a purr as she parted. So I've learned if you're patient with it, you can just walk through the door, yeah. Lovebird propped herself up on the cat tree. She stared at her paws. How long had it been? She'd learned she was expecting a while ago. She'd have kids any day now. But until then, she was adamant to stay a warrior. Daylight warriors were important. They could provide for a clan while taking nothing in return. She'd always have food waiting for her at home. And soon, maybe kids too. She purred softly at the thought of little bundles of fur running to her when she returned. The pain in her side grew sharp again. She took a deep breath and rolled onto her side, splaying out. Lovebird's eyes shot open when they realized they'd fallen asleep. What time was it? The light outside was orange. It was dawn. She'd slept through the night and half of the day before. That's a first. She quickly jumped down, filled her mouth with food, and left. Alright. Apologies, Fathompool. They looked over, seeing the feline was there the whole time. You can prepare to send patrols once Lovebird arrives. Speaking of... He blinked. Here you are. That was fast. Enjoy your day off? Because you got a patrol to head to, he chuckled. Barkpaw would light up, running towards the she-cat. Lovebird, you're back! He purred excitedly. She visibly flinched. Oh, sorry. He looked guilty. You took a while. Yeah, I took a killer nap. Patrol? I thought you might want to go hunting today, yes? He looked over at them. I'd love to. Then let's have the patrols get ready, shall we? I'll leave that to you, Fathompool. Have a great day, Lovebird. He dipped his head. She nodded in response, and padded off. Goodbye. They nodded. May all cats old enough to catch their own prey gather around me for patrols, he yowled, waiting. Lovebird, are you well? His voice was quiet, murmured as he eyed them. I think so. First of all, Lovebird will go on hunting patrol. You can go with... He looked around. Who would be best? Plonks and Barkpaw. You're dismissed. They nodded, hoping it was a good pick. Lovebird seemed to always be with those two. She nodded. A pause. Betty rose, hunting patrol with his apprentice and Lovebird. Pray tell she teaches him something. She dipped her head to Phlox, padding away from the crowd. Lead the way. Alright. Would you want to hunt fish this time around? Might be messy, but could do well with practice. Lovebird flinched. Barkpaw might want to learn, but I'll keep my paws dry. Ugh, fish, he'd groan, pouting. Fish are smelly. He hummed, nodding. Well, we can try hunt fishing by the riverbank. Hopefully there's squirrels running around near. She frowned, shoulders flexing. I'll take a look. I instantly found a squirrel. There it is. Finally! The bird felt like she tracked a squirrel across the entire territory. There they are. I did it. Ah, good catch, Lovebird. I see Barkpaw caught something. Did you set any other prey? Or are they all run out by the rain? He pauses, glancing to the apprentice. A squirrel! He'd perk up, excited. I caught a fish! His voice was muffled by the salmon. Yes, surprisingly. Complaints made for needing to catch fish. He snarks, shaking his head. Just to finally catch one. Not so surprising. Barkpaw is a natural hunter. Barknose would shrink under that comment, glancing around. Phlox shifts, but nods. They're my apprentice. I'd hope so. Phlox's muscles went taut, head lowering. Lovebird nodded. I need to get the squirrel back before it gets drenched. Are you two ready to go? Yes, we're ready. I'm ready, he purred happily, marching over to Lovebird. Good work, Phlox echoed in the air, letting it hang. Barkpaw would crouch down, placing the fish in the pile carefully. She purred to herself. We did good, he purred. Rabbit. Oh. I'll see if I can gather any more prey. You two can stay in camp, or continue to hunt. The rain was uncomfortable on her pelt. She simply nodded. I need to get this fish stench off of my paws, he'd gag, marching away. I appreciate your service, Lovebird, he nods with a hum. She felt slightly dizzy now, but at least her duties weren't affected this time. His ear twitched, only to shift again, sniffing the air. Check in with Jefferson if you need to. We don't need you feigning. Take care. Okay. Jefferson organized his herb shelf, scraping up the berries until he heard paw steps. Need any help cleaning? He turned, blinking. Lovebird! No, I think I got it this time. Not too much to do. She nodded. Flox wanted me to check in with you. I wanted to see if you had anything for dizziness. Dizziness? No, Jefferson took in a deep breath, his calm gaze sharpening at the Daylight Warrior. Lovebird, you can't keep doing this. Doing what? She squinted. You're gonna end up hurting yourself, or worse. Your kids. At some point, you have to choose. Lovebird looked down, huffing silently. Part of her hadn't even accepted that she was expecting, let alone expecting soon. I can keep them in the two-leg place. I can still come here during the day. No. Jefferson stomped at the ground with a paw. That's not how this works. You can't keep coming back and forth with kids to take care of. Imagine the walk. Who's gonna help carry them? You have to stay somewhere. Jefferson's reaction to Lovebird's unrealistic view made her all the more frustrated, but mostly concerned. She looked down with a conflicted expression. He sighed. I'm sorry. I wish there was an easier decision, but there isn't. It's either here or back at Two-Leg Place. It can't be both. Her whiskers twitched, she thought. If she stayed at Two-Leg Place, she'd be alone. No support to raise them, and away from the freedom of the forest. If she stayed in ThunderClan, she'd feel misplaced. She'd never slept in a moss nest before, and ThunderClan couldn't offer the safety of a two-leg nest. They were exposed to the weather, and even worse, foxes or badgers. And Jefferson couldn't help her decide. He was biased on the matter. How long do I have to decide? Barely even a few days. You're running out of time. Those sharp pains are gonna get worse if you keep moving back and forth like this. I'll figure it out. She lifted her head, seemingly determined. Good, good. Because old Gramps here is bad at decision-making as it is. He tried to throw in a silly joke before sighing. Just make sure to come back if you feel worse. Got it? I will. Okay, he nods. Okay, cool. You're free to go. She continued thinking. It was hard not to. She truly would be alone if she stayed in Two-Leg Place. The kid's father, a lone Tom, hadn't been around for quite some time. She just assumed his household moved and took him with them. The sun was setting now. It was time to leave. For the last time, maybe. Lovebird paused when the two-leg nest was in view. She seemed to hesitate, both due to her mind, but StarClan her body ached. Oh, maybe it was more than an ache. She swallowed, near nauseous, quickly turning back around. I'm staying, she said sharply, clearly pained. Porridge? Doc? At Lovebird? Oh, wait, what? Jefferson could smell some sort of anxiety from the feline. His brows arched. You don't look well. She swallowed. I tried to walk back, but everything in me said to turn around. And she didn't have to explain her pain. It was clear on her expression. Yep, a few days turned into a few hours. Come on. Jefferson huffs, leaning onto the feline's side and leading them to the nest. Her eyes were wide in bewilderment. The musty nest was awkwardly dense and scratchy. Tired and aching, she rested her head anyway. Lovebird stirred in her nest. Beside her were two fluffy kids. She'd given birth in the night, with Jefferson by her side. The hard part hadn't yet passed. She still had to find her home in the clan. She looked over, licking the sandy-colored kit on the head. She readjusted to look at them better, purring. Jefferson padded into the den, dropping a mouse in front of the feline. Doing all right? He mused. Lovebird glanced at the mouse. He ear-flicked. Yeah, they're so sweet, aren't they? They are beautiful, and healthy too, which are both good things. But how are you holding up? He remarked. Fine. Her gaze dragged away from Jefferson. Better, actually. I'm not in so much pain anymore. but I miss my nest. Jefferson nodded. Yeah, the change is weird, but at some point you'll adjust. If you need more moss or feathers to help, let me know. I got a bunch. She nodded, thankful. Should I give them clan names? That'd be ideal, yeah. Just, you know. He blinks, mainly emphasizing what Balderstar would think. If they become kitty pets, my housefolk will give them a new name. For now, they will be clan cats. She sat up. Jefferson nodded in approval. I'll suggest for you to rest then, and after you feel more strength, we can take you to the nursery. From there, the queens will help you out. She nudged the two kits, trying to get the fluffier one off of the smaller one. This one is so yellow. I didn't know that could happen, she snorted. What names do you have in mind? He inquired. I'll name her Apricot Kit, for her pelt. And the other one, a bit more pink, Camellia Kit. Camellia Kit? Never heard of that. So much for simplicity, huh? He chuckles. Say that 5 times. It's a flower. The two legs always keep exotic flowers around. They're really pretty. Like him. Aw, so cute! I think I can stand to go to the nursery. The smell of herbs is strong. Fine by me. He glanced over at the kit rolling in the nest, smiling. Here, I'll help carry one of them. Knock knock! She shifted a bit uncomfortably, but her kits made her confident. Please welcome Lovebird with respect, and no pun intended, love, he murmured. They look so weird. Did we also look like that once? Spruce Kit didn't really listen to Jefferson. They were born yesterday. Whoa. She stared at the kits, then at Lovebird. Spruce Kit! But, yeah. Jefferson rolled his eyes. Kits told the truth too many times. He was scared of those things. Where are their eyes? She looked at the squinty kits. She lay down and began to clean their fur. They'll play with you in due time. For now, they're no more than wiggling bundles of fur. She stared before ushering her kits towards the nest. Well, I'll leave you to it. Again, if you need me, you know where to find me. Jefferson skipped away. Thank you. She looked at Lovebird. Wait, that cat looked like Citrus Leap, but different fur and pelt, and, the size was about the same? She started to stumble back. She faked enthusiasm in her voice. It was quite convincing, though. She didn't know what to think of the tiny things. She shot a glance at Citrus Leap, almost questioning without words. Lovebird gave a friendly glance to Viperfall. She hadn't spoken a word to these cats before. She stopped the act when they were gone. She moved forward, then back, then forward again. What? They kinda look like the flowers you see in New Leaf, but like, as a cat, and, she froze. Citrus Leap told her to be nice. What makes you think you can be here? Do you think you can just rule the place, stomping in here? She blinked. I have kits. Where else do you want me to be? You smell funny. It wasn't mean, but it wasn't nice either. I don't know. Your two-leg nest? Where you belong? She stood, moving to a closer nest. She nodded in agreement with Citrus Leap. Cats like you aren't welcome here. You're a danger to our kits, she added. The kit stirred with the loud commotion. She tilted her head, seemingly curious rather than frustrated. I didn't make it back before I had them. Taking them now would be dangerous. Balderstar wants me here. If you have an issue, take it up with him, not with a new queen. She moved her tail in front of Falcon Kit protectively. He won't listen. It's for the best that you go. It's for your well-being. Lovebird, I saw the good news! Oh, hello, others. He patted in. She plastered a warm smile on her face the moment she heard Balderstar. Oh, hello, Balderstar. She stuck out her tongue. Hey, Balderstar. They eyed Lovebird again. How are you? We're just checking up on the kits, she said with a friendly face, changing up quickly. What did you say they were named again? Balderstar. She dipped her head. Yes, this is Apricot Kit and Camellia Kit. As far as I'm concerned, these are clan-born warriors. If only the other queens shared this sentiment. Oh, sorry if I sounded rude. I'm just nervous around newcomers. Ah, I see. Well, they should be treating you like any fellow clanmate. Narrow's eyes. Still, I'll make sure the clan knows of the two clanmates. I'm sure they'll be safe here in ThunderClan. She nodded slowly, her smile fading. Sorry if I sounded rude, Lovebird, she said with a smile, tilting her head. I figured it would be a much better place to raise kids, in a community with other queens to help me. She looked up with honest, almost disappointed look in her eyes. Yeah, my apology. It wasn't my intention to get onto you like that, she said, gritting her teeth. Why, that makes complete sense, and I'm sure they'll be glad to aid you in whatever they can. Any clanmate would. Of course, she smiled wide while looking at Boulderstar. Yes, of course, Boulderstar. Well, I got a meeting to call. You all play nice. And Lovebird, come to me if you need anything. He dipped his head and left. Her gaze followed Boulderstar out before she huffed, her stern expression returning. She looked down at the kits, the light in her eyes fading. She seemed worried. If you or your kits touch our kits, you're done. Unlike you, I have nothing to lose. If you try to hurt my kits, all I have to do is run back to my two-leg nest. You'd be exiled for good. She nodded, nudging her kits backwards and away from them as if they were sick. She turned, facing her back towards the queens and covering her kits. I'll hurt your reputation. She curled up around them. I hope we're on good terms. The mossy nest was so uncomfortable she didn't even realize she was on the edge of it. It felt the same to her. Lovebird woke to the feeling of her kits purring beside her. It had been a few days now. Her body ached from the non-padded bedding. Splint padded into the den. Anyone hungry? He muffled through the prey. Yeah. Whoa, looks like I'll have to bring more. The kit sat up a bit, opening its small eyes. Thanks. Barkpaw would walk into the den quietly, trying not to disturb the queens. Lovebird! He greeted, quiet yet excited. Oh, Barkpaw, look! They'll be like you soon, big and strong. Barkpaw would look at them happily. So strong, and such great warriors like their mother. She crouched in front of them. She grabbed the hair, chewing on it. She hated how it felt in her maw. The taste was fine, but the texture... She missed kitty pet food. The kit retreated, a bit scared by the looming apprentice. She cut a small chunk of meat out and separated it into tiny pieces. She gestured to it, curious if the kits would even try it. Phlox hovered by the entrance of the den, eyeing the kits. Healthy. That's good. I brought new flowers for your nest, he purred softly, placing them at the edge of the nest. These ones are pink, like your coat. Oh, aw, she purred. I best get back to my duties. I'm gonna be a warrior soon, he purred excitedly, keeping his voice low. Enjoy your food. I'll see you later. The kit started to munch at the petals, thinking it was food. He eyes Lovebird, offering the cat a low mod. Not that! The rabbit, mouse brain! She pulled the petals out of his mouth, giggling. Are they eating a flower? Can you eat flowers? I didn't know that. Spruce, you can't eat flowers. Yeah. Apricot Kit's turn. She bit into the flower petals with determination. No! Her kits are just being interesting. Different. But they're having fun. Lovebird. His voice was quiet, as to not startle, though hesitating again. The kit stared at the unmoving creature, unsure what it was. Maybe they were too young to eat prey, but flowers seemed to be on the menu. Phlox, hello. A heave, he nods. Hello. Are they treating you well? He chuckled, eyeing the rest of the den. They seem to tolerate me. Phlox nods, a hum. I can get you moss and water, if you need. Miss Lovebird, can I see the kits? She was nervous to ask. That's really cute. The kit studied the other denmates. Are you alright? She perked up a bit. And thank you, but I'll be leaving the den here soon to get a drink. And... oh. If your mother is fine with it, you can say hello. She wandered up. Oh! She quickly turned to Viperfall with a little stumble from how fast it turned. Can I say hi? It squeaked. Hello. She approached carefully. Hello. She purred. The kit gave an unsure hiss in response. Will you two watch them? She stood, finally. I'm itching for water that isn't from a wad of moss. She nodded. Go drink. Thank you, she said, breathy. She slipped into the med den, taking a sip of the water. Jefferson wouldn't mind, she hoped. Yo, my flowers, no! Oh, I'm drinking the flowers. That's where they went. Okay. Hydrated, for what felt like the first in days, she took a moment to gather her thoughts. She was adjusting. Slowly, but adjusting. And for her kits, that was a good thing. Everything seemed okay. Even if the circumstances were odd, for both her and the clan who suddenly had a new member, things were peaceful. And she was happy. So happy, in fact, she had been keeping track of how many days had passed. Before she knew it, her kits felt so large and active. Oh, hello. Enjoying time away from the kits, I see? He chuckled, smiling happily at Lovebird. Yeah, I don't get a lot of it. Not to complain, though. They're lovely. Of course they are. They're yours after all, he purred. How have you been doing? She shrugged. Excited to see Citrus Leap and Viper Falls kits to become apprentices. It should be much less crowded in the nursery by then. Barknose giggled. It's nice to see so many new apprentices and warriors. I still can't believe how big Camellia Kit and Apricot Kit have grown, he purred, enjoying the warmth of the sun. Do you think you'll mentor one of the new apprentices? Lovebird smiled, almost in a tease. Barknose was a new warrior, so it was unlikely, but you never know. I hope not, he laughed. I don't think I'm ready for it, at least not yet. Maybe when one of yours becomes an apprentice, I'll be ready. He smiled, looking back toward Lovebird. Maybe. Barknose perked up at the call. Meeting, he purred softly, nodding to Lovebird before padding into the clearing. Lovebird! Lovebird! The kit ran up. There's a meeting! She let out a trill. Yes, let's go. I was gonna say that. Oh. She put down the definitely new flowers for them to play with. Do not eat them. And stay quiet. They fell through the map? I was only 1 day old when I ate one of those. She sniffled as quietly as she could. May Viper Falls and Citrus Leap's kits step up to the high rock. Hey, don't take credit for my work. Shh, look. It's not something to be proud of. Flowers are stupid. Oh, yeah, I'm looking. He could barely see through the tall grass, but tried to keep an earful. Falcon Kit, you have grown strong and mighty with our clan. From this day on, until you earn your warrior name, you are Falcon Paw. Your mentor shall be Moonfrost. Spruce Kit, you have grown speedy and sneaky with our clan. From this day on, till you earn your warrior name, you are Spruce Paw. Your mentor will be Swanberry. Eagle Kit, you have grown smart and clever with our clan. From this day on, till you earn your warrior name, you are Eagle Paw. Your mentor will be Coyote Twist. Hognose Kit, you have grown mighty with our clan. From this day on, till you earn your warrior name, you are Hognose Paw. Your mentor will be Oakwing. I start to look down on these new apprentices and shine bright. Clan dismissed. You'll run along back to the nursery. I'll meet you in there soon. It's gonna be so empty now, the kit frowned. Maybe someone else will have kits? Then we can have friends. Come on, you two. We can play some games, he purred, marching to the nursery. She purred at Barknose, turning towards the medicine den in search of a certain someone. It's been a minute. Jefferson pawed the shelf, placing the poppy seeds down, before turning when he heard a voice. He waved a paw. True that. Have you and the kits been adjusting? It's getting easier, she nodded. You know, clan life and all. That's good. Jefferson glanced around, his whiskers flicked as his gaze fell back onto Lovebird, sighing. Have you made up your mind regarding joining the clan entirely, or staying as a daylight warrior? I don't know. She looked down. I want to be a daylight warrior. It's what I was born to do. But I don't want my kids to have to make the choice if they'd like to be with me at night or during the day. Mentoring them would be impossible if they were daylights. Well, let them choose on their own accord, maybe. It might be a bit insensitive or selfish of me to say, but I've kind of wanted a med-apprentice for quite some time now. He shrugged. Not that it should sway your opinion, just a thought. What? Her eyes widened. They're kitty pet. I mean, aren't medicine cats chosen by StarClan? Lovebird, I was a kitty pet. Why do you think I'm called Jefferson? I don't know a bird or plant called that, he remarked. If Baldershar was willing to let me have this kind of position, he'd surely allow your kids to choose as well. Man's a good guy, trust me. She simply nodded. So they'd need to stay in ThunderClan. If the clan needs them, then they'd certainly want to. I have no doubt. Whether it's to return to the Daylight Warrior life or stay with the title of a ThunderClan warrior. The decision was clear to her, even if she was hesitant. Oh, yeah. See if Camellia Kit wants to tap a foot into herbs and whatnot. Same with Apricot Kit. They can explore their options, or will have to, eventually. She nodded, standing. Speaking of, they're waiting for me. I'll see you later. The two kits were already long asleep. She talked to Jefferson for a while. She studied them, peaceful in sleep. Camellia Kit would be the one to train under Jefferson, if that was even her decision to make. She slumped down and curled around her kits. Apricot Kit pressed her face against Lovebird's playfully, then, when she didn't get a response, slowly raised a paw and bapped them on the nose. Lovebird let out a squeak as the gentle paw hit her muzzle. She opened her eyes to see Apricot Kit looming over her. Wow, they were big now. Not that that was new, but every day felt like it had gone by so fast. She looked over to Camellia Kit, who had fallen out of the nest. This nest is getting too small for all three of us. Camellia Kit kicked me out of the nest, so I pushed him out, she agreed. Not enough space. The kit let out a pout. Apricot Kit, we're not little anymore. You can't pounce on me full force. Be careful, she snorted. That wasn't full force. You want to see full force? He stood up quick. No, thank you. No, okay, let's go get some air. I'm gonna be such a good warrior. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Have either of you found a favorite prey yet? Fish! I remember when Barknose brought one to the den. The bald Tom finally padded onto the rock, clearing his throat. All cats old enough to hunt their own prey. Gather around the high rock for a clan meeting. Barknose would notice Lovebird enter, with the two following her. A soft smile slipped onto his face as he approached the trio. Lovebird! He grinned. And hello, Camellia Kit, Apricot Kit. If I ever catch a fish, I'll give it to you. Not that I would... Oh. Let's go. Do you know what this is for? She looked down at the kits with glittering eyes. We're getting a new leader? He questioned blindly. Shadow Clan invasion? No. Balderstar would have to die for that. Today is a day many look to, and for two youngsters, is that of coming to age of their new apprenticehood. Oh! She snorted. Were these two actually ready to be apprentices? That is us, right? She whispered to Camellia Kit. Apricot and Camellia Kit, step forward. Last time I checked, that's our names. She nudged them forward. Apricot Kit, you have grown alongside our clan for enough moons to finally start your path to warriorhood. With this, I hope that your new mentor, Barknose, will guide you well. Barknose watched the two with a proud gaze, feeling tears prick in his eyes. Perking up at the mention of his name, he stood, looking to the leader with wide eyes. Their ears perked. They're only 13 moons? Well, I trust them. Dude, Barknose, lucky, the kit whispered. And Camellia Kit. The kit strained his neck, trying to stare up at the gleaming leader. Come on, go meet your apprentice. He patted the young warrior's shoulder, smiling. She gave a supportive nod to Barknose. Looking back to Lovebird with a smile, Barknose approached the new apprentice. Jefferson looked at Phlox with such dramatic tears, mouthing, "You did well," quietly at the warrior. Barknose would tilt his head down, touching noses with his apprentice. Congratulations, Apricot Kit. I'm grateful to be your mentor. She shuffled, finding it hard to stay sitting with her kits in front of her so excited. Apricot Kit beamed and returned the nose touch with a bit too much enthusiasm. Well, Apricot Paw now, huh? He giggled. Ah! He yelped as the apprentice booped him a little too hard. Camellia Kit waited, only hoping that he would get as cool of a mentor. He gave a nod and went on. Your path has been seen by another. Jefferson had told me you are the cat they chose to join them in their medicine journey, and learn the ways of herbs and healing for our clan. Jefferson straightened himself, nodding in agreement. Barknose would nudge Apricot Paw's shoulder, moving back as he looked up towards Balderstar. What? Hi. May Star Clan look on you well, and hopefully a great tall like Jefferson can teach you well. Jefferson padded forward, content with the choice that he had prompted. Finally, a cat to pass his teachings on to. Lovebird beamed with pride. Jefferson was her rock in the clan, and having her own kit trained by him was all she could hope for. Barknose was a great pick for Apricot Paw, too, being one of the other cats Lovebird was close to. Medicine cat? Me? Medicine apprentice? His head spun. You'll do great. I already see that you're capable. The senior touched noses with Camellia Kit. Once both cats touched noses, he spoke. You both will now go by Camellia Paw and Apricot Paw till you gain your other names. With that, you are all dismissed. She let out a trill. You did it! I did it! Apricot Paw cheered, circling around her new mentor. I hope she doesn't overwhelm you, she smiled to Barknose. No, you did it. You made the decision to, Jefferson remarked, specifically towards Lovebird. Barknose would glance at Lovebird, giving her an ecstatic smile. You did good. I'm so grateful to be Apricot Paw's mentor, he purred, watching Apricot Paw with a chuckle. Will we still get to see each other? He was unsure of what this role would mean for him. You'll still be in the same camp. You'll just be learning different things. And at the end of the day, you can tell each other what you learned. I'll deliver you mice! Of course. What? You think I'm gonna just keep you caged in the medicine den? Jefferson chuckled before coughing a bit. Yeah, what Lovebird said. He cleared his throat. Congratulations, all of you. He murmured to them, tipping his head to Lovebird. Of course you will, he giggled. I'm sure we'll need plenty of herb patrols. And, well, I have a problem with being dragged into them. She snorted. Thanks, Phlox, he smiles. She gave a nod to Phlox, too, purring audibly. I need to talk to you too, Apricot Paw and Camellia Paw. Barknose gulped. Thank you, Phlox, he said quietly, glancing at Lovebird as they spoke. Mother knows best. The medicine cat walked off. Sure. Apricot Paw blinked at the sudden change in tone. Barknose would follow after the medicine cat. You're not in trouble, I promise. Okay. Lovebird? She sat nervously. Why was she scared to talk to her own kids? As you know, I'm not a normal ThunderClan cat. I'm a daylight warrior. Or, I was. Then I made the choice to stay here, to raise you in a clan that loved you. She swallowed. I have housefolk, two legs, that love me. And miss me a lot, I'm sure. But I don't want to just leave. We also love you a lot. I'd still be here during the day. Don't get me wrong. Nothing would change much. She dragged her paw through the dirt. She felt like she was abandoning them. She wasn't. She lowered her head. Was this the right thing to do? I'm not a born ThunderClan cat like you two. I want you two to become warriors and medicine cat. What if I get nightmares? You're leaving? Like going away? Let us come with you, the new apprentice said hastily. You'll have each other, she nodded, almost as if convincing herself. And no, I'll only be gone overnight. That's like only half the time, he whined. Okay, here. A deal. I'll be a daylight warrior, but every time I leave, I'll bring something back with me. Something warriors usually never see. Something from me. Treasures from a two-leg nest. You can, show the other apprentices. Apricot Paw made a face and sniffed. But warriors don't like kitty pet things. Who taught you that? Her nose wrinkled. It'll be okay. I promise I'll always come back. I don't know. I don't know! Apricot Paw shuffled her paws together, pressing into the ground. Can you stay a bit longer? Look, that's their loss. Our own mother is so cool. She has things no one else has. I'll leave tonight. Enjoy yourselves for now. And morning come, I'll be with you again, and watch you as you start your training. Camellia Paw sat, trying to hold back tears, trying to stay strong. Hug? Hug. She embraced them, purring. She had been gone from her housefolk for 6 moons? What if they got another house cat? Ah well, she'd see. But for now, she would love her kids with everything that she had.